Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crochet tutorial series. Today I'm excited to show you how to master two important stitches in crochet, the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet using US terminology. These stitches add texture and dimension to your projects and are great for creating cables, ribbing, and other interesting designs. So let's get started. For the materials, you'll need some yarn, a crochet hook, and your scissors. Start off with a slip knot. Take your crochet hook, put it inside your slip knot, and using a loose tension, chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. You should have 14 chains now. Next, you will double crochet into the third chain from the hook. The first two stitches that you skipped do count as a double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we're coming up to the last stitch now, 13. Next, we'll take our work and turn it so that the tail end is facing your crochet hand. Chain 2, which does count as your first double crochet, and then for the front post double crochet, insert the hook behind the post of your first double crochet and wrap it around to the front. Yarn over and pull the yarn behind the post of that double crochet, and now you should have 3 loops onto your hook. Then you will yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. That's your first front post double crochet. When you pull the stitches apart, you can clearly see the post that you need to stick your hook in and around for your front post double crochet. So you will go ahead and put your hook behind that post and back around to the front, and then yarn over and pull the yarn around the back side of the post, and then 3 loops should be on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through the 2 loops on your hook, and yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. That's your second front post double crochet. Continue doing front post double crochets all the way to the end until you get to the last 2 stitches. Here you can see your last post that you'll do a front post double crochet on. You will end this row with a double crochet on top of the chain 2 skipped previously. You can see here where that chain 2 is. You'll go ahead and do the double crochet right there at the top of that chain 2. Now you will turn your work again and start with a chain 2 to start your next row. So the chain 2 will again count as your first double crochet, and you'll continue on doing front post double crochets for this row all the way to the end. And when you get to the last 2 stitches, you will do a front post double crochet and the second to last stitch, and then you will do a double crochet on the top of the chain 2 from the previous row. Continue along doing your front post double crochets all the way till the second to last stitch, and I'll meet you there. Here you are at the second to last post. Go ahead and do your front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 and pull through the last 2, and now you're going to go ahead and do a double crochet on top of the chain 2 from the previous row. So here's what your product looks like so far. Not like much, but once you keep going, you'll start to see the pattern. And this again is front post double crochet on both sides. Let's get started with back post double crochet. Start with your slip knot and then chain 14. Make sure that your foundation chain is fairly loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In the third chain from the hook, do a double crochet. Yarn over. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. You now have 2 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. And that's your first double crochet. Next, yarn over and go through the next chain. Now yarn over and pull through that chain, and you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time and then pull through the last 2 loops on your hook, and there's your next double crochet. Let's do it again. Yarn over, find the next chain, go through there, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over again and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. Now, continue doing this process till the end of your chains. The first 2 chains that you skipped does count as first double crochet. Continue with double crocheting into each chain all the way to the end, and I'll meet you there. Here's the last chain that you will put your double crochet into. So go ahead and yarn over, put your hook into that loop, yarn over, you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through 2 loops, yarn over one more time, and pull through the last 2 loops. You've completed your foundation double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Turn your work, chain 2, and we'll begin back post double crochet. Start off by spreading your stitches so you can see the post that you'll be working in. Place your hook in from behind the stitch post, bring it around the back, yarn over, grab the yarn, and pull it around that post from the previous round. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and go through the first 2 loops, then yarn over again and go through the next 2 loops. Let's do it again. So pull apart your stitch so you can see the post that you need to go behind. Yarn over, stick your hook in from behind the post and then around the front and back around the back. And yarn over and pull the yarn around the front of that post, so you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. Again, we're going to pull apart the stitches so you can see the next post, yarn over, put your hook in through the back, and wrap it around that post, yarn over. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Next, yarn over, identify the post that you'll be going into next, stick your hook in through the back around the front of that post, and then back out again, yarn over and pull the yarn through so that you should have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 again. Continue along doing back post double crochet all the way to the second to last stitch, and I'll meet you there. You're now at the last back post double crochet you'll perform. Once you get to the last 2 chains, you'll do a double crochet on the top of the chain 2. So you'll yarn over, find that second chain, go into the top of it, yarn over, pull through, and then go ahead and do your double crochet. Turn your work so that the yarn end is now facing your hand without the hook. Chain 2, which counts as your first double crochet, and we'll continue doing back post double crochet. So in your first post, identify it, stick your hook through the back, around the front, and to the back again, yarn over, pull your yarn around. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So you'll go ahead and continue doing back post double crochet all the way to the end of this. You've completed your last back post double crochet, and now you'll double crochet into the top of the chain 2 from the previous row. Sometimes it can be tricky identifying where that top of the chain 2 is. You can clearly see here where my hook is between those top 2 that makes the V of the stitch and the bottom part of the stitch. So go ahead and do your double crochet on the top of that chain 2, and that's what it should look like. And you can see here, as I said, your last and first count as double crochets, and the rest of the work is either a back post double crochet or previously we did a front post double crochet. Continue doing as many rows as you need to keep practicing your back post double crochet, and go back and look at the front post double crochet instructions and keep practicing those as well. And next we're going to go ahead and compare the 2 swatches that we did of back post double crochet and front post double crochet, and then we'll get into how you alternate between back post double crochet and front post double crochet. And what I'm doing here is just showing you again clearly where the top of that chain 2 is, because it can sometimes be confusing trying to find the top of the chain 2 from the previous round, and that's where you're going to put your last double crochet in. So here's what back post double crochet looks like, and I'll go ahead and show you what the front post double crochet swatch looks like that we worked on previously. They look very similar, pretty much the same. It's just in the order that we did them. The first one was front post. This one you're looking at now is back post. That's the back post double crochet, and that's the front post double crochet. So the next thing we'll do is look at how you do alternating front post and back post double crochet. And what the alternating will do is give you a really nice look for a hem or for a cuff or even for the hem of a beanie. It makes a really nice finished look, and it gives some stretchiness to it so that it's easier to, say, put over your wrist or over your head in a sweater, or maybe a hat like a beanie. Again, with 13 double crochets, let's go into alternating front post and back post double crochets. So again, we chain 2 for the start, and that counts as a stitch. Turn our work. Your tail end should be facing your working hand here. Yarn over. We'll start with a front post double crochet. And as I said, we're alternating. So now we're going to go into back post double crochet. Every other one is going to be front post, back post, front post, back post, except for your first stitch and your last stitch will be chain 2s, which count as a double crochet. And this makes a great hem, or even I use it a lot for a beanie's hem because it offers stretchiness, and you can keep it a little bit smaller so that it has that stretchiness to it. A cuff, it works great as a cuff. So now we're going to go to back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, and this is the last one. So now we're going to yarn over, find the chain that we want to crochet into. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and go into the top 2 loops there. And again, you can see the V, and yarn over, pull through with 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through. And see, it's going to start having this nice hem look, be perfect for sweaters or the brim of a hat or rim of a beanie. So we turn our work, we chain 2, and now remember what you ended on. So you ended on a front post double crochet here. So that means you're going to start, when you turn your work, and you're going to start on a back post double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to go to front post. You can tell it's a front post because it's closer to you. This one looks a little further back, pushed back in the back, and this one's up towards the front. So you'll know which one you're on by just looking at your work and seeing which one's closest to you. That's the front post, and then this is a double. This is the back post double crochet. And then front. And again, this is to give that cuff, hem look, ribbing look for your sweaters on the hem, or perhaps for your beanie. It makes a great finish for your project. So the last 2 stitches, 3 stitches here, front post, back post double crochet, and now here, yarn over and go through those top 2. Right there, you can see the V. Yarn over and execute your double crochet. And then, of course, you'll continue on by turning your work, chaining 2. And in this next case, we're going to go ahead and start with a front post double crochet for the next row. As you can see here, it's front post, back post, and see, you can already tell how it's got a stretchiness to it, and it's nice hemmed look.